Hi there, Christy Geiger here with Discovery Toys, and today I have some great ideas for you to play games and toys with your family, friends, and students all online. So whether you're doing Zoom or FaceTime or Google Classroom, these are some really fun interactive games that you can play together. So I have two groups. So I have some for the younger kids and some for the older kids, and then a couple books. So the first one I have to show you is called ABC on the Go. And these are heavy plastic, heavy cardboard card flashcards. And the idea would be to have the child list off, say what these words are, and then go and find something. So the letter is A. And so you have your child go find something that starts with A. It could be an apple, or it could be anything they can find. That might be a hard one to start with. But the other one, you could do a B. I just played this with my nephew Bennett, who's almost 4, and he went around and found a bottle. B is for bottle. So you could go through the cards, and then you could have older kids put that word into a sentence. So there's so many ways to play with one card game that you would make it interesting every time you played it. So that is called ABC on the Go. I also have the same idea, but with using the BusyBugs, which is our math-based learning game. And so they're really extra tactile bugs, really big. But the idea is you get these activity cards that are patterning and sorting, and 1 bug plus 1 bug equals how many. But in this case, we're going to have them name off the bug, which is a dragonfly, and then go find something in the room that is orange. So they have to go around and find anything that starts with orange. So when I played with this with Bennett, he found a red Lego. So he knew what the color was. He didn't even have to know how to say it. Just go find something that matches this color. So it's a really fun, very interactive game to get them to show you things that are in their house that you might not be able to see at this time. Another good one is called Go Ape. So this is a game that it would be fun if they had it as well, but and this is a good one for nonverbal children because it's all based on facial expressions. So it's a card game that plays like Go Fish, but what you do is you hold up a card and the child would have to make that facial expression. So this one, how would you make that? You wink. So they would have to say that back and understand what it is. So I think it would be really fun to do with all ages, just to see what they come up with. But there's all kinds of different cute little monkey cards. They would be extra fun. So look, so that's called Go Ape. I also have a fun game called Bizoink Bingo. Looks like this, and traditionally you would play it like bingo with a double-sided cards, but in this case we're going to work on our listening skills. So this is an audio bingo. So you spin the dial and you make the sound of the item and have the child say the word back, say what it is. So this is, let's say we land on bell. So I would say ding-a-ling ding, 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 and they would have to say it's a bell. So another way to play it is to make that bell into a sentence. So there's many ways to advance the learning and adapt it to the child that you're playing with. And I like this game because they're not just animals, there are other items too, like an ambulance, dripping faucet, popcorn. So it gets them to really listen to what the sound is and then associate the sound with an object. So I love that. So that's called Bizoink Bingo. And then if you want to get really creative and you love storytelling, you could get the 3 Little Pig finger puppets. So we have this. They're little finger puppets with the big bad wolf in the houses. So you could tell the story and have them go to each house and get a little fun with it and make up some other stories that are beyond the 3 Little Pig. So I like that idea. So those are my ideas for the younger kids. So now we have some for the older kids. And I say older kids that are 7 and up, but they could be anyone that is that can play these games, okay? The first one is called Whiz Kids. Looks like this. This is the kind of the inspiration behind all of these games is Whiz Kids. So we have, what you get is a phrase and a letter. So this says something you're afraid of that starts with M. So the first thing that popped in my mind was a mummy. So you could say mummy, you could say monster, whatever pops into their head. And the idea then is there's, they each have a point value, so you could play to however many points, and then one person is the winner at the end. Again, this is another one you could have them say that word in a sentence. So the older kids might, or you could have them spell that word, would be a really good one, really test their ability. Another fun one is called Speed Whiz. Looks like this. And this one I just got and played with my boys, and we played with quite a while. So the cards look like this. So you get a main word, and then these smaller words, phrases, describe that top word. So this one is things you read, things you recycle, where you can find ads, and what you might find in a pet cage. And it's a newspaper. So by the time you get to the bottom, they should be able to say that word. So here's one. If I was playing online though, I would cover up that top word and say these. So types of jewelry, symbols of love, what do you do at the front door, and things you toss. And the word is ring. So I like that. I think it would be fun to play with not necessarily kids, but adults too. And then another good one is called Family Talk, where they're all open-ended questions. Like, if you could choose your own name, what would it be? What's your favorite messy food? What is your favorite story about your parents as children? And things like that. So they're really good conversation starters. It also comes in a grandparent talk. So they're questions you would ask an older person about their life. And then we also have games on the go, which are traditionally travel games, but there's some that are good for this, in this case. So I like the storyline. So it's, you start out with once upon a time, and then each person adds on their own sentence to make a full story at the end. So I think that would be really fun. So those are good. Another good one, you could have, it would help if the other person had it, but it's Tricky Fingers, because there's two boxes. So you could send one box to your grandchild, and then all these pattern cards. And the idea is to race to complete the pattern by moving the marbles into place based on the pattern. So that would be a fun one. I can imagine that with a grandpa and a grandson. And so now I have a couple books that I want to show you. This one's really silly. This is called Ahoy Pirate Pete. And it's a change the card to change the storybook. So you go through and you change the cards and make the story really silly. So every time you read it, it would be different. So it starts out with, one day Pirate Pete was sailing the ocean blue. Shiver me timbers, he said. I see a spaceship in the sky. And it goes on and on. So it's really cute. You could rearrange the cards every time you read it. And it also comes in a once upon a time option with a princess instead of the pirate. So I like that a lot. And then one more is the birthday book. So we all can't celebrate our birthdays together right now. So here's a cute idea. This is a musical birthday book. So every page has a sound on it. And as you get to the end, it all comes together, and then there's a candle. So you blow out, you could have the child blow out the candle and then turn it off. So really cute. So those are just a few of the fun ideas that I have for playing with your family when you have to stay home. So whether you're local or across the country, there's so many ways to play all these games and more. So these are all about making memories with you and your family. Thank you.